Hey guys, Nikki here. We're back with another community challenge for February. Last month we decided to set some hashtag squad goals. Complete a unit for all of the heroes and characters that we completed in January. If you'd like to see that, I'll link the video here. You can check that out. Others pick projects from the backlog that have just been sitting for too long. Gonna knock them out for the month of February. Right now for March we're doing Painter's Choice. With Adepticon, other conventions, events coming up, there's a lot of projects that just have a hard deadline, so we're taking a month to finish those types of projects. We'll be doing those challenges every month over on Twitch. If you want to come join us while we hobby live, that link is in the description. Come join us there. Like and subscribe here for future showcases, tutorials, and other videos. But for now, let's dive in for February challenge. If you've not joined us for one of our challenges or showcases, each month everyone submits a before photo with little or minimal paint, just to kind of serve as a starting point for the challenge, kind of show that everyone's starting in the same place. So as we go through these, there'll be a before and after for everyone's entry. I also have all of the numbers for each entry. Sounds like from the last video, everyone did want a running total for the year, just to see how many minis we can get out of the backlog as a community. So I'll have that at the end of the video as well. But for now, we're going to start with Scott and a squad of Cavaliers for his City of Sigmar army. So we've got 5 ponies all lined up. Here is the before. And then here is the after. Look at these. Look at all the metal work. Look at all of the pops of red throughout the squad here. We've got a side view. It shows a little bit more of those details. But yeah, look at all this lovely, lovely work. All of the decals. We've got the basing as well to tie in with the rest of the army. But some awesome work on all these ponies. I know when you get to Cavalry, there are a lot of details on these models. So awesome job, Scott, knocking out 5 of these for the month and continuing to grow the Cities of Sigmar army. They are looking so good all together. It'll be really fun to see a family shot of all of your stuff here by the end of the year. Thank you so much for hopping in with the challenge. They look fantastic. So that is 5, starting strong. 5 models for this month so far. Well done. Next up, we've got Arctic Turtle with some Conquest minis. So these are the individual minis within a movement tray. We've got 3 trays of 4 here. So here is the before. We've got a Prime and a Zenithal, some pre-shading ready to go. And then the after. I love the color scheme for this. The blue with the yellow and the orange, bringing in those warm colors along with the blue. Love the basing, matching the bases with the movement tray, so bringing some of the little tufts here onto the tray itself so that it all comes in together. Got the rocks and everything, so it looks really unified between the models and the little movement trays. But yeah, really love this color scheme. I like the warmth from the banners also playing off the warmth of the armor. Really cool scheme. They came together so nicely, Arctic Turtle. Such a cool piece here. So that is 12 models from Arctic Turtle. So another really strong entry here for the squads. They look so good. Awesome job on all of those metallics and that color scheme. So cool. Thanks for joining the challenge with us. Next up, we've got Scorch Panda, who decided to drop in with some orcs. So we've got 10 orcs here. We've got a squad ready to roll. These are I made a note, Beast Snaga boys. So 10 of them here lined up. And then here is the after. So this was really fun. Panda couldn't decide what skin tone they wanted to do, so decided to go with all of them. So we've got reds and pinks and all these different shades, which I think is really cool. Very, very natural for the skin tones to be changing kind of throughout the unit. All the fun details with the armor. We've got some of the pops of green too for some more fun colors with these orcs. But yeah, I like that you decided to mix it up. Go with all the different skin tones. They look really awesome and ready to join the orc army. Scorch Panda is adding 10 to our total, so another very strong squad entry. 10 more, join the count. But awesome job, Panda. They look amazing. I love all the weathering on the metallics too. As I take another look here, they look so good. All weathered up, ready for battle. Thanks so much for joining us, Panda. Next up, we've got Mad Scythe, who decided, I've got a few squads that I could work on. So these are kind of the options. Beginning of the month, taking a look, we've got Marines, we've got Stormcast. And what did Mad Scythe decide to go with? We're Stormcast. So we have this unit of 3 here. We've got the giant crossbows and Burb. Gotta have the critters with the Stormcast unit. So have these 3 all together as a squad, ready to join the rest of the Stormcast. Mad Scythe's been working on a lot of Stormcast, so I always love telling the story. The Stormcast started, we were going to do the mini exchange, and Mad Scythe decided, like the Stormcast so much, to keep it and grow an army. So this is going to be joining that army. If you want to see more of Mad Scythe's Stormcast, they're in the previous challenges. You can check them out. But 3 more added to both Mad Scythe's total and our total for the month. Thank you so much for joining us, Mad Scythe. They look great. I love the little burp. It's so cool to see your army coming together here. It'd be crazy to see here at the end where your army is as well, kind of like Scott. All right, next up we've got Spilled Paint Pot with kind of a little bit of chaos to start with. Spilled Paint Pot deciding to go with malifaux and decided to pick the apex keyword. So Spilled Paint Pot made the note to say that it is 50 soul stones of Lord Cooper is the leader for the malifaux. So here is where we're starting on Sprue, and here's where Spilled Paint Pot ended. Look at this. Look at all of this work going in to February. So here is all of the models painted. We have this really awesome basing across the unit. I think the Mallosaurus Rex Spilled Paint Pot said wasn't actually part of the challenge. That is just also part of the keyword. So he'll be joining the crew, but wasn't part of the challenge. If I got that wrong and I need to add him to our account, let me know, Spilled Paint Pot. But I believe that's what you said in the Discord. So for the challenge, this is 17 miniatures out of the backlog and ready for a game. So we do have some more photos of them, but here is the family photo. We've got this crew here with the doggies. Always love the dog miniatures. We'll get a better look at the basing here too. So that uniform across the crew. They look fantastic. Love it. We've got more birds, just like Mad Scythe. We've got some birds. And our little sniper guy here looks great. I love the colors for the birds too, bright and colorful. We've also got some more here. Some different basing for them as well. Got a tactical crate, of course. They look amazing. And then another larger group here. I love the accent colors kind of across the different units here. I keep saying different units. It's all the same crew, but the different ones kind of tying in all together. They look so good. And then another smaller group here. Again, bringing in the little accents of red throughout the crew. Looks so good. And then the one I wasn't sure on, but is so badass we have to pull it up. The Mallosaurus Rex, of course, also with the red, so kind of a fun way to tie all of them back in together. But a really, really fun piece, and I love the colors and everything that Spilled Paint Pot has done here. I'm gonna go back for that family shot because it's just too epic with them all together. So here is all of the malifaux crew together. So that again is the apex keyword by Spilled Paint Pot. Awesome job. I know this was kind of down to the wire getting them all finished in time, but they look amazing. Well done, Spilled Paint Pot. So cool. Thank you for joining us. That, again, 17 miniatures joining the count. Awesome job, Spilled Paint Pot. Next up, we are back to some Warhammer. This is Ravenlord. So we've got 5 Sternguard. I think one of the photos, it was originally trying to decide between 5 and 10. Decided to make 5 the challenge and then 10 if we had time. So here are our 5 all lined up. And here is the after. So this is joining the Raven Guard. We've got the, I love the blue accents that Ravenlord does. It looks so cool against the black. This little pop, bringing it onto the front kind of chest piece here is really cool too. Along all the helmets. These really cool little pops of the blue. We've also got a shot from the side here so you can see all the weapons, all of the details there. All the shoulders ready to roll. We got the basing as well. So we've got some of the sculpted bases that they are on. But they look amazing, Ravenlord. I know that you're continuing another army that's being built up through these challenges, and I'm excited to see them all when they are done and kind of closer to the end of the year here as we keep working on stuff. So awesome job. I know those other 5 will come along when you get a chance. Excited to see everyone together. Awesome job, Ravenlord. They look great. Next up, we've got Sly Rebirth. Another Cities of Sigmar army that's coming together with these challenges. So you may notice these from previous challenge. We've got, 20 more Steelhelm to join. So this was a good chance with the squad goals to get those knocked out. So here's our before, and here's our after. So again, that really cool yellow and blue scheme that Sly is going with. A lot of work. This is a lot of batch painting for a month. Getting them all knocked out. I love this color scheme. Also rocking the metallics, getting those all finished up. The basing to match, I know you had to make an emergency supply run for tufts, and we can see here why. Each of these getting a tuft or two. Obviously, we need a lot of grass tufts for the army. But they look so good. Awesome job, Sly. Getting 20 more models knocked out for the army and for the challenge count. Well done. Thanks for joining us. Alright, next up we've got Sad Leviathan. And a little bit of a different before. So these look finished. We've decided to change color schemes is what's happening here. So this is the before. This is the old color scheme. And then they got to take a little Tyranid spa day. And here is the after. So they're now in the new color scheme. Look amazing. I love the bright colors on all of the weapons, kind of contrasting with the darker scales, the darker kind of body color. I've got a few, I pulled up a couple of the different weapons so we can take a better look at some of the bugs. Here's the fun bright color with the weapon here. So here's one of them. Go through a couple of them here. Got our bone swords. Very cool. I love the like barbs coming out the front too. They're so it's so Tyranid and I love it. And then I think I pulled up one more for the individuals with these. Got the claws. Very cool. Very cool watching the Tyranid also come together. We've got, I don't want to spoil anything for March, but there's a very big bug coming for March. And I'm excited to see all of the bugs together with that big piece. Let me go back to the family photo here to show. So that is 7 more models joining the total for the army and for the challenge. Thanks so much for joining. They look great. Fun watching your army come together. Next up, we've got auto fire with some death shrouds. We've got 3 termies here. So these auto fire made a note of saying that these have been in the backlog for too long. It's time to get them out. So with the squad challenge, seemed like a good chance to do that. So here is our before, all primed up. And our after. They look so good. Love all the work on all the little details. We've got the tongue, the teeth, all of the weapons here, getting all of the growtiness that comes with Death Guard, right? Working all of that in. The weathering on the metallics. Look at all of these crisp edge highlights on all the power armor here. They look amazing. I know they're a fair amount of work with all the extra details, and they look so good, auto fire. So glad that they got some love and are out of the backlog. Well done. Congrats on getting them done and worked up for the challenge. So that adds 3 to our total. Thanks so much for joining us, auto fire. It was fun to watch them come together as well. Alright, next up, we've got something a little different. So these are some board game minis. These are from Numerian. These are from the Divinity Original Sin board game that just came out. So this is the cast. I played a little bit of the game. I'm not super familiar with the characters, but if you've played the game, you probably recognize these. But we've got them primed with a bit of a pre-shade here, ready to roll. And then here is our after. I love all the bright colors. Numerian and I share a fondness for bright mini colors, and look at all of these we get to work with. They look amazing. I like the basing as well, so bringing in kind of the inlay, getting the color on there, but then having the black gaming base for them for board game works so nicely. It just looks so neat and tidy for all the different characters and really lets their paint scheme show, which is great. So we got some really fun color. I love this green. I love this red. But all these really fun colors for these really fun sculpts and for fun characters. So Numerian is adding 7 to the total. 7 minis now, and get to play the game. Got all your characters ready to roll. Thank you so much for joining us, Numerian. They all look so good. Love, love, love the colors. Alright, next up we've got Irabrai, who decided to hop in with some heresy. So we've got some termies lined up here. We've got 7, which will be important because Death Guard. So here they are all together. I love the weathering on the armor. The pops of the green against the kind of bone armor look really, really nice. I like the basing too. I know we've seen the basing across a couple other models that you've done here. So bringing that in to tie in with the army. Oh, I had a single model pulled up. I accidentally closed the tab. I'm sorry. But you can see all the details here with the weapons, bringing in onto the metallics and everything, all of that weathering as well. But awesome job. Really love to see how this army comes together, again, with all the different things that you're pulling in. So it's cool to watch this army grow. They look great. ready to go into battle. Yeah, love all the weathering. I think Death Guard is such a cool army to do a lot of that with. So Irabri adds 7 to our total. Thanks so much for joining us. They look great. Next up, we've got Osarin with a lot of puppy dogs. So these are dire wolves. We actually have 2 squads of dire wolves. So Osarin decided to knock out all of the puppers together. So we've got 2 squads of 10 here. Here is our before. And then our after, we'll have 2 photos. So here is our first pack of puppies. I love the all of the work on the fur, bringing in all the really gross bits with the exposed kind of muscle and bone, bringing all of that in, the basing to tie them all together. They look so good. And then here is our second pack of puppies. So again, you get a little better look here at some of the details. Fortunately, my face is in front of some of it, but you can see the green eyes, the muscle, all these little details on all the puppies going through and getting all of that worked up for the month. They look so good, Osarin. I know that's also joining a force that is building. Well done. So Osarin's adding 20 to the total for February. Awesome job, Osarin. They look great. Next up is me. I have the Pterodon riders for my Seraphon army that I am working on. So I've seen a few of those. I've got the riders and then the actual Pterodons separate. So here is where I'm starting. And then here is where they ended. These were really fun. I decided I'm adding more Pokemon to the army. So these are Aerodactyl. Someone on TikTok made the comment that this could have been Cubone, and I'm sad that I missed it. I didn't even think about it with the headdress. So it's like an accidental 2-for-1. I'll take it. But had fun with these. Had fun doing the flames on their little weapons, getting the basing together. And yeah, just super enjoying this army. Lizards and dinosaurs. I'm having a blast with them. So there's mine for the month. So that is 3 added into the total. Next up, we have Painted So, deciding to go with some Heresy Salamanders. So I think these had also been sitting for a little bit. Painted So with a squad challenge decided now is the time. I think Painted So mentioned was trying to get color scheme kind of worked out for the Salamanders. So here's where we started. And here is where they ended. They look so good. Look at this green. We've got the Heresy colors here, rocking some of the bright colors on the weapons, which I really like. Help those stand out within the squad here. I've got a shot from the top here too, so you can see a little bit more of those details. Love that you went with the kind of Martian red base too. I think that works really nicely with all of the green. I'm still bringing in some of the tufts, some of the rocks and things to kind of break it up a little bit, give them a little bit unique basing, but still tie it all together. But yeah, love all the details, love all of the work with the weapons. They look so good all together, and glad that you found a scheme here for the salamanders that you like. Really cool watching you dive into them, and they look so good. So Painted So is adding 10 to our total. Well done with the squad. Thanks for joining us. Looks so good. Alright, next one we have a Grim one from the Discord, and we've got some Underworld. So this is one of these Skaven warbands. This is Skittershank's Claw Pack. So these came out a little bit ago, so before the Pestilence pack. But here is our before. And then here is our after. This is such a fun warband, and Grimm's done such a nice job with all of the details. So you can see we've got all of the gross sewery stuff here on the base, on the pipes, here on this other base to tie them all together. Really nice work on all the details, bringing in the pops of red to kind of tie it all together. Just all of the details, the highlighting on the cloaks, bringing in some of the gunk up to the blade too, kind of matching that across the force here with the basing. But all of these Skaven look so good. I know Grimm's been doing a lot of work with Underworld, so I'm sure a lot of warbands here in the future, but they look amazing. Well done, Grimm. Glad that they are ready for a game. So Grimm is adding 5 to our total. 5 little ratties. Thanks for joining us. Next up, we've got JPick. JPick decided to go with some Soul Blight. So we've got we had a stretch goal. So this one over here is the Varg's gear. That is a stretch, but we've got the 9 Virkos Bloodborne, which were initially in that Cursed City. Now they are in another set with Radjikar. Added some cool, we've got tactical walls and columns that we've added to kind of play off the ones that were available. So some cool kind of world building, army building here with actual buildings. But here's our before. And then here is the after. I love that you decided to go with the blue stone. I think it really helps the other colors for the minis pop. And then also, I'm going to enhance for a second here. Look at all these cool tones in the skin tones. I know this is something JPIC's been working on kind of across the forces, this kind of look and color scheme across all of the skin tones. And it's really cool, and I think it plays really nicely off of all the blue stone. So a really cool army scheme coming together. The stretch goal in the back there. I guess you'll get some love here on probably another challenge. Get that finished up to go with the army. But yeah, I love that you added the walls and things to add to your force. And the color scheme is looking really cool across them. So JPIC is adding 9 miniatures to our total. Well done, JPIC, getting those. Oh, I've got one more photo. Let me zoom in a little bit. I already enhanced, but there's JPIC's enhanced. Very nice work. I love the color scheme. Very cool. Plays off each other really nicely. Alright, next up we've got Riot, who decided to hop in with some Infinity. So we have 4 Infinity models here, and I apologize, I didn't grab your note from the Discord for which models they are. But here are the 4 that we decided to start with. It was so fun, Riot decided to add on. So now we've got 6. I know that they're Pano. I don't remember the exact models, but look at all of this lovely work and all of the details. We're rocking the white, which is difficult color to work with. I'm going to zoom in here. But look how lovely this white came together. All of the kind of shading in the cloth here. Getting all of the texture and everything in there. This really pretty blue with it. Zoom back out. All of this edge highlighting on the weapons, on the different pieces here. Lovely work on all these details. Let me enhance over here. Gonna hop around on your Riot. But again, work on this cloak here, getting all of that highlighting done. This really lovely blue. Infinity is really great for all of those very kind of technical things, and you can see how much work Riot has done here with all of the weapons, all of this edge highlighting. Beautiful, beautiful work, Riot. They look amazing. Glad you're able to, 1, get the challenge, and then 2, add on to it. So we've got 6 models here from Riot. Well done, and thanks for joining us. And last but not least, we have Wandering Lands with some 8-bound. So these are new for the Corn Force, but these are all built, ready to roll. We've got 6 here all lined up for the challenge. This is before and after. Love the red that we've gone with. It looks really strong there on the tabletop. All the work on the skin tones. We've got some basing to round it all out. I know this is going with the larger force as well, so getting to add in the new units to the large force. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to enhance again. So we can see all of the detail work going into the bone work, the spikes here. Zoom across our army here. Really love the red on the axes too, and the edge highlighting the detail work there. But yeah, squad came together really, really nicely. Love the metallic work, this color here for the corn workup. And there is the rest of our squad. They are ready to roll. So Wandering Lands, thanks so much for joining us. Wandering Lands adds 6 to our total. And that is our February challenge. Did anyone count along as we went? If my counting and my math is correct, that is a total of 155 miniatures completed out of the backlog with the challenge. With our January numbers pulled in, so the heroes and characters, that was 44 miniatures, we are now at 199 miniatures for the challenge this year, just short of the 200. A huge thank you to everyone who joined in and watched the showcase today. If you'd like to join us for the next one, we're working on March right now. We will have another one for April. Make sure to hop over on Twitch. The link is in the description if you want to come hobby with us live. Make sure to like and subscribe here for more of the showcases and tutorials. Thanks so much, everyone, for checking out the challenge. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye!